So when do you need to tell HMRC that you are self-employed? Well, HMRC actually give you quite a long time to do this. You could register today, so the date you begin trading, but the deadline to do so is actually the 5th of October after the tax year has finished. Now, if you're not aware, the tax year runs from the 6th of April through to the 5th of April. So, for example, if you did begin your business today, that's July 22, the tax year would end on the 5th of April 23. So the deadline for telling HMRC would be the 5th of October 23. So loads of time to let them know. You may decide it's a task that you just want to get over and done with. So you want to register now. So how you register is you go on HMRC's website. So you can just Google HMRC and that will take you straight to it. Now, HMRC don't have a lovely button that says register for being self-employed. What you actually need to do is register to complete a self-assessment tax return. And in the process of registering to complete the tax return, they will ask you if you're self-employed. So it's not quite a direct route that you would sort of initially hope for. But if you go for that register for self-assessment, you will find there how to register for being self-employed. But as I said, you've got until the 5th of October after the tax year. Why would you wait that long? Well, this is where the £1,000 trading allowance can come into play. Now, this was brought in by HMRC a couple of years ago, and it's designed to cover those of you who have very, very small self-employment. So it could be most of your income comes from employment, but every now and again you sell something through eBay, or every now and again maybe you make a cake for someone's birthday and they pay you for it. You know, just sort of tiny sort of little bits every now and again. If you invoice your customers or your clients up to £1,000, HMRC are basically saying this will be covered by the trading allowance. You do not need to tell us. So this money is effectively untaxed income in your pocket. It's for you. Now, as I said, it does need to be the money that you've invoiced your clients. So the money that, if there's been a contract almost of up to £1,000, it's not if you've invoiced £3,000, but only 1,000 of that has been paid to you. And equally, it's not profit. So it doesn't matter if you've invoiced 5,000, but you've spent 4,000 during the year. It's focusing on that turnover figure, not the profit. So that's one reason why you may want to hold off registering, just to kind of see how self-employment goes, see if you exceed that £1,000 in the tax year. You know, could be more important if you start trading in March, for example, when you've only got a couple of weeks left for the tax year. But why would you want to register even if your turnover, so your sales, come under that £1,000? Well, this could be if you've made a loss. So if you've spent out more than that £1,000. So that could be you've invested in some branding, a new website. Maybe you've had to purchase some equipment before you get started. If your other source of income is employment income and you've paid tax on that, if you've made a loss on your self-employment, you are allowed to offset that loss against your employment income. So kind of reducing your employment income for that tax year. And this could mean that you're then due a tax refund. And I would much rather the tax money is sat in your account than HMRC's, especially if it's an overpayment. So that's the things that I would sort of look at in terms of how you register. So keep the dates in mind. Any day from the first day you begin trading through to the 5th of October after the tax year is finished. But maybe if you think your business is going to be small, hold off to see if your sales come in under £1,000. But even if you think they'll come into that £1,000, start keeping an Excel spreadsheet or a tab on how much you're spending. so that, your sales could be 700, but if you've spent £1,000, utilize that £300 and offset it against your employment income. Because if you use that trading allowance, you're effectively cancelling out all your income and you will lose that loss. So I hope that all makes sense. And you now know when you need to register, or at least the things you need to keep an eye on to decide when you want to register. In next week's episode, I'm going to be answering the question of whether you need a business bank account. So I hope that all makes sense, and I will see you next week.